What's up, blockchain? This is Nick from Truth Blitz. Hope you guys are having a good one. And we're going to start by taking a look at this market. And not looking good overall. Right now, total market cap 366 billion with Bitcoin dominance just shy of 42%. And Bitcoin is back down to 9,071. We have mostly everything in the red with a few exceptions. NEM at 10.22% in the green. VeChain and Populous 21.95% in the green. So I'm assuming that's due to the beta release. So good to see that. But overall, as I said, most things are in the green, or in the red, I should say. And you know, things just keep dropping. A lot of these alts are really getting slammed, especially ERC20s. I've noticed just a massive downtrend in Veritasium, $148.55. Let's take a look at Pillar. Pillar is just another one that is just getting slammed. 51 cents. That was even lower. Yeah, it's not that good. So I'm really hoping we can overcome all this. And unfortunately, with everything tied to Bitcoin or Ethereum, we're really going to need Bitcoin to go up in order for a lot of these to turn around. So it is what it is. Let's take a look at an article, and you guys can let me know what you make of this. Goldman Sachs, Bitcoin has potential to drop below February low of 5,922. So when I see this, the first thing that comes to my mind is, well, it's fucking Goldman Sachs. One of the most evil banks around. So, you know, not to get too conspiratorial, but you know, I feel like this is a ploy to flush out people, to get them to sell, to drive the price down even lower than, you know, where it's been going down to. It's been going down to about the 8,400 area the last week or so. And, you know, I feel like this is to incite selling so that they can then swoop in and buy in on the low. You know, for those who don't know, Goldman Sachs pretty much now owns the Poloniex exchange. So they have their paws in the crypto space. So quickly, Goldman Sachs technical analysis team led by Shiba Jafari has recently made another Bitcoin prediction, stating that the major currency risks sinking below the February low, Business Insider reported on March 12th. On Sunday, the team sent a note to clients warning that the next Bitcoin sell-off threatens dipping below the February low of 5,922. Jafari's team suggested that the next sell-off would be caused by a break of short-term support at 92.10. The break is significant, as implies potential for more impulsive decline, Jafari stated. Her team warned investors to keep an eye on Bitcoin price, predicting that the next meaningful level is down at the 7,667 to 7,198. Getting a close break this time around would warn of structural damage, increasing the risk of new local lows 5,922 or greater than 5,922 at this point. Need to get back through 9,322, the February 26th low, for this to stabilize, Jafari's team wrote. Jafari, the head of technical strategy at Goldman Sachs, is known for criticizing Bitcoin. In July 2017, Jafari suggested that Bitcoin would hit the $4,000 mark by the end of the year. Later in November 2017, when Bitcoin reached 7,000, Jafari made another prediction stating that Bitcoin would consolidate at 8,000 before going higher. Bitcoin's price rallied to 20,000 in December 2017 for a modest $1,000 at the beginning of the year, before sinking from a modest $1,000 at the beginning of the year, before sinking down to 6,048 on February 6, 2018. Some experts believe that the cryptocurrency downturn is mostly due to a $400 million sell-off by the attorney and bankruptcy trustee of Mt. Gox, formerly the largest global Bitcoin exchange. And that is really what triggered, you know, the market. That is a huge, probably the biggest part, along with all the FUD, bad news, so on and so forth. But I strongly believe that even with all of that, if this trustee did not sell off this $400 million worth of Bitcoin, then we would not see as many people fleeing from crypto as we have been seeing. That made a huge impact on the market and flushed out a lot of people. So, you know, either Goldman Sachs knows something we don't, or they are, which is possible, or they are just trying to flush out more people so that they can position themselves to buy in at the lowest price possible. And I would go with the latter of the two, personally. So I want to look at this as well. Bank for International Settlements distances itself from centralized digital currencies. For those who don't know what the Bank of International Settlements is, that is at the top of the power structure when it comes to banking. They control everything. So, very surprised to see this. You know, it's I'll read a little bit and then you guys can tell me what you think. And if you guys may or may not know what the Bank of International Settlements is, if you don't, look it up. But anyway, a new joint European banking report has poured cold water on the effectiveness of so-called central bank digital currencies. The report, submitted by two working groups under the auspices of the Bank for International Settlements, BIS, and European Central Bank, ECB, warns about the adverse effect of introducing a CBDC. It also advocates that banks and other authorities continue their broad monitoring of digital currencies outside centralized control, such as Bitcoin. Any steps towards the possible launch of a CBDC should be subject to careful and thorough consideration, further research on the possible effects of interest rates, the structure of intermediation, financial stability, and financial supervision is warranted, its authors conclude. The effects on movements in exchange rates and other asset prices remain largely unknown and also deserve further exploration. In separate comments on the report's findings, ECB and BIS executives, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that name, and Jacqueline Lowe said that decentralized digital currency, specifically Bitcoin, was not the answer to the cashless economy. The hands-off approach to CBDCs further broadens the divide between EU and other countries' central banks on the concept. Russia, Venezuela, the Marshall Islands, Cambodia, Turkey, and Iran, all conversely issuing or at least sympathetic to the concept of state-issued cryptocurrency. Now, again, kind of surprising to hear that, but then again, stranger things have happened. I don't know. This is something that I would like to get someone's take on this, and I know who I'm going to ask about it, so I'm not going to say anything further, but you guys will hear about it soon. Like I said, just a little strange to hear. I thought this seemed like something they would be totally in favor of. But one thing that I have noticed lately is, you know, certain things like this. G20 to focus on crypto AML. Too stringent regulations, not good, says Japanese government official. That's just one. There's others. Just a lot of talk about now a lot of these central banking authorities and regulatory bodies, not all of them, but I'm seeing somewhat of a trend of now people saying, well, we need to not come down too hard with regulation. So it's really strange, because it's kind of, you know, at first you're hearing a lot of these people saying we need to regulate the shit out of this, so on and so forth. And now we're hearing kind of a contrast to that, where, well, we need to not come down too hard on it. So again, just really strange. Unless there's a bigger plan at play here, I don't know. Or maybe it's just really, you know, they see that blockchain and crypto is the way things are going, and they don't want to stifle the growth of it. So, you know, again, who knows? We're going to have to keep an eye on all of this and go from there. But anyway, guys, that is pretty much it for now. And make sure you guys check out the Block Party podcast channel. Subscribe to there. Like and subscribe here. And I'll see you guys next time.